Take off the hood, human, she commanded. He did. The moment she saw his face, her knees buckled. This wasn't just a survivor. This was the ghost of a war they thought they'd already won. And he was here to remind the galaxy why you never leave a human alive. Like and subscribe before the story begins. The trade hub of Zinthari Prime pulsed with alien life. Merchants barking in strange tongues, smugglers brushing shoulders with nobles, and bounty hunters lurking in corners. Among the chaos moved a figure in a worn, dark cloak, the hood shadowing his face. He didn't speak, didn't bargain, just walked. To the locals, he was just another drifter, one of countless beings that passed through. But to General Kael'ra Vin of the Veari Dominion, something about the cloaked figure set her nerves on edge. Veari instincts were honed through generations of psychic warfare. Kael'ra wasn't just a general. She was a hunter of truths, trained to feel fear before it arrived. And that figure made her pulse spike every time he walked by. He never responded to her guards, never scanned in through standard biometric customs. His presence was wrong. The Dominion had just won a major war. Human colonies had fallen. Earth itself was now under blockade. The few survivors were being hunted. And yet, this figure, clearly human from his height and stride, walked like no one had told him his species was extinct. Her second-in-command, Zarek, clicked his mandibles nervously. He shouldn't be here. We broke their fleet, burned their cities. He knows, Kael'ra murmured. And he doesn't care. That night, she summoned him. No ceremony, no chains. Just a room, cold, metallic, empty, except for the hooded man and a squad of armed soldiers around him. He stood in the center, silent. Kael'ra stepped forward. Her violet eyes narrowed. "What are you hiding, human?" she asked, her voice sharp. "Who are you? Take off the hood. Now." He didn't answer. Her guards tensed. "I won't ask again." The man's hand rose slowly. No sudden movement, nothing aggressive. He pulled back the hood. Silence dropped like a bomb. His face was scarred, but not weak. His eyes glowed faintly with something otherworldly. Not just rage. Not just pain. Power. Ancient, impossible power. Kael'ra staggered. Her knees gave out before she could process what she was seeing. Her guards lunged forward, but the human didn't move. Didn't need to. Every weapon in the room shorted out simultaneously. Lights flickered. A pressure crushed the air. Kael'ra gasped, not from fear, but recognition. You were on Raventh Prime," she whispered. The man's eyes flickered. "You don't remember the name. But I do. I remember every child you burned. Every mother you left to scream into ash." She couldn't breathe. He wasn't just any human. He was the ghost from the classified reports. The one survivor of the Raventh massacre, left for dead 10 years ago. No one had ever found the body. Because he never died. "You shouldn't exist," she said. He took a step forward. "I don't," he replied. "Not to your empire." Then the lights went out. The room exploded into darkness. Screams echoed. Blasters tried to fire, only to sputter out uselessly. Something shifted in the air, a weight, like gravity itself, had doubled. Kael'ra pushed herself to her feet, panting. Her pride was shattered. She had never fallen before. Never. But that face, those eyes, had peeled away every layer of superiority the Veari Dominion had built over the human race. She activated her psychic field, wrapping herself in an aura of energy that crackled like plasma. Her voice trembled, not from fear, but fury. What are you?" The man stepped into view again as emergency lighting buzzed weakly back to life. His cloak now hung open. Beneath it was a combat suit, ancient human tech, enhanced far beyond its original limits. Fused into his spine were metallic implants glowing with red glyphs. "Name's Elias Kale. Last operative of Project Revenant," he said quietly. "You killed the rest. I buried them." Kael'ra froze. Project Revenant. The name was a ghost even within Dominion records, a forbidden human experiment in adaptive combat evolution. Rumors said the program fused soldiers with alien tech, rebuilt their bodies cell by cell, and turned grief into fuel. But every test subject had supposedly died. Or so they believed. Kael'ra tried to strike. Her mind lashed out psychically, a mental blade sharp enough to melt brains. It struck Elias, and bounced off. He didn't even flinch. "You think fear is a weapon," he said softly. "We mastered it. Then we broke it." In one motion, he crossed the room and caught her throat mid-attack. Not enough to kill, just to hold. I'm not here for revenge, he said. I'm here to send a message. To who? She rasped. To everyone watching this feed, he said. Her eyes widened. The whole room had been transmitting standard Dominion protocol. Every outpost, every officer, every general across 5 sectors had just watched their most feared commander brought to her knees. He dropped her. This sector belongs to the dead now, Elias said. Leave. Or join them. Kael'ra tried to rise again, pride wounded deeper than her body. You'll die for this. No, Elias said. I already did. Now I just make others remember why humans were feared. He turned to walk away. No one stopped him. No one could. As the door slid open, he spoke one last time. You thought the war was over. You forgot one rule. Kael'ra met his eyes, and despite everything, asked, What rule? Elias didn't smile. He didn't have to. Never corner something that's lost everything. Then he vanished into the dark.